Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Cecilia Rokusek from the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library. You know, Cecilia, you were just here a couple of weeks ago talking about a huge event, and now you are back talking about a bunch more huge events.
You bet.
You guys are not slowing down at all.
Well, we hope, thank you, Dennis, first of all, for having us, but we hope for this to be a year to remember because it is our 50th anniversary and we're planning for the next 50 years. So we really wanted to make this a festive year with programs every month, then our presidential visit, and now to sort of bring everything out. Our Christmas fair is coming up in December, so that's our Old World Christmas market that we have annually. But before we close out the 50-year anniversary, we are having a special 10-day program, nonstop, called Czech and Slovak Echoes in the USA.
Okay, before we dive into that, let's just go back and talk for just a minute about the presidential visit, because you were on talking about it coming up, and you know the weather was perfect, the crowds were huge. How was it from your angle? Everything you hoped for? I'm
going to use the words that people have been so kind to write to me about. It was magnificent. It was fantastic. It was historic. It'll be a day I'll never forget. And so these were, it was getting so many emails and so many notes of people that were here and saying how wonderful. But for me personally, it was working with a great team of museum people, board, and also the community to have an event that brought two national presidents. To see those two presidential planes at Signature Aviation for me was overwhelming, and to then see the presidents and their genuine feelings about Cedar Rapids and the museum and library. They expressed so much gratitude. They both want to come back, and it wasn't just that they were there to visit. They connected with the people, they connected with Cedar Rapids, and both presidents in their speeches said how pleased they were to be here, but more importantly, how important Cedar Rapids is to cultural preservation. That was both presidents. We have their speeches. We're writing a book on the history of the museum that had never been done, and we're putting both their speeches in there because they were really powerful. And Cedar Rapids was put on the map. And in Europe, we were on CNN Prime. We were on major TV stations in Slovakia and the Czech Republic, and people finally found out about Cedar Rapids.
Okay. All right. Well, we're not a secret anymore.
No way.
Sorry.
and the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library, both presidents acknowledge as being a real gem. Okay.
Well, that was an awesome day.
It was. And now, Dennis, we need to make sure everybody comes on the hour to see the clock tower.
I was remarking on that. I was lucky enough to see the clock mechanism down in your underground parking garage before it went up. So I've actually seen it up close and personal, but I have not yet got to go see the full hourly show that happens at the clock tower every hour.
It starts 3 minutes before the hour.
Okay.
With Smetana's My Homeland, and that calls people in. And then the chimes of the hour ring, and then it's Dvořák's New World Symphony, and that's when the figurines come out. The 12 immigrants come out and dance around, and then at the end there's a dog barking, and that was Ernie Barish's wish.
Yes, that was because of his dog.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Okay, well now Echoes in the USA, 10 days of international opportunities and festival and art and music, and so for those who haven't seen the press release, what's happening?
Oh, my gosh. We start on October 28th, and it will run through November 4th. But we want to make sure that people know we're also doing on November 4th. That'll be in Spillville. So when the group comes in, they're flying in from the Czech Republic. They're going to fly into Chicago and do some things in Chicago and come to us on October 28th when we open up. It's called Two Worlds. And this will be a play on Smetana's My Homeland with a documentary to accompany it. So that'll sort of get us into the mood of My Homeland, Echoes Across America. And so that'll start on the 28th. And then we start right the next day again with something that is really, really special. We're going to have folklore in Beata's fashion. Beata Rajská is the top fashion designer in the Czech Republic. And she has taken pictures of our kroj, which is our folkwear, and made modern fashion out of it. I mean, modeled, she can't have our kroj, but she took pictures and made, and 2 Miss Czechs, like Miss USA, Miss Czech, are going to be models along with other models, professional models. So we're going to have, it'll be a 2-part fashion show. One will be of Croy, which is our native folkwear, and the second part will be of her designs, which are totally incredible. She designs fashion for all the top people in the Czech Republic and even worldwide. So Beata Rajská will be with us on the 29th, and on the 30th is a big day. That will be Rusalka, the opera, but it's a new version. It's a concert version of Rusalka. It won't be a stage just singing, but it's a concert version of the famed Antonín Dvořák's Rusalka. And recently, the Cedar Rapids Opera did Little Mermaid for our children, and certainly this is a takeoff. Rusalka is really it's a form of a Little Mermaid that was done by Hans Christian Andersen.
Right, the original fairy tale, not the Disney cartoon.
Right,
the original fairy tale. Oh, and Dvořák wrote an opera around that legend.
Yes,
I did not know that.
Rusalka, and Rusalka is really very, very big. It's probably the most famous opera that Dvořák wrote, and we're going to be doing 2 performances. Is that one is on November 3rd, and then we're doing another one on the we're actually doing I've got to check that out now. There's another one. Just check out on our website. November 3rd. So we're doing one on October 30th and one on November 3rd. So because we know that'll be a big.
Sung in
English.
In English? Oh, yeah.
Well, it'll be English and Czech combined.
Okay.
So yes, it'll be both. And then we are going to have the 31st, a very exciting concert of Dvořák music and Smetana music with the guitar and piano. And the guitarist is phenomenal. She's a young woman who's won all sorts of accolades in the Czech Republic, Kubičková, and she's going to be playing the guitar with a concert pianist. And then Who Loves Who, which is a soprano, violin, and piano concert on the 1st of November. On November 2nd is for children. We're having a very famous Czech artist by the name of Markita Vidová, and Markita will do children's art and actually show them how to do art and have some of her paintings there available for children to study and look at, and she's wonderful. And this will all be in English, by the way, so language will not be a problem. Then on November 2nd, the same day as with children are taken care of, we have on November 2nd and 3rd a really exciting experience. The winner of the Czech bake-off for Kolaches, Petra Burianová, is going to demonstrate her specialties, and people will actually be called on stage to help her. And this is going to be amazing. I've met her. She makes kolaches like no other. Our kolaches are good in Cedar Rapids, but these are incredible. And so she's going to give a demonstration on that. And then again on November 2nd, we have a film showing of Peter Dvořák, and Peter Dvořák is the Slovak Pavarotti. And this is a showing of a new documentary film about him. And then we're going to end everything on the 4th by going to Spillville and having a concert in Spillville because, that's where Antonín Dvořák spent a summer in 1893. So we wanted to make this a full-rounded experience. So it's 10 days of real cultural immersion, but for everyone. That's the key. It's for everyone. And I think what's important about it is that we really want this to be for the community. It's free of charge. Certainly free will donations are, welcome, but it's free of charge. So we want to encourage people to come. It's for all ages, everyone, and a little bit of everything. Music, singing, a little bit of art for children, and baking, and a fashion show. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Fashion, art, music, kids' activities, all this, and kolaches too.
Absolutely, and you'll get to taste them.
So all this is happening. So the Cedar Rapids event's all at the museum?
No, we're going to have one concert at St. Wenceslas Church because St. Wenceslas Church is celebrating their 150th anniversary. So we wanted to make sure that we incorporated them as well and celebrated with them. And it's on our website. So if you go on our website to ncsml.org, and it's a banner. It's the second banner that comes up. You can register and you can see all of these events that are coming up. And you'll see that the concert at St. Wenceslas is on October 31st. And that's a piano concert there. So we want to make sure that people look on our website and register. We're registering just to make sure.
That's what I was just going to ask. The events are free, but you want people to register so that you can get an idea of, especially how many kolaches to bake.
Exactly. And how much room to eat. So, we're encouraging, it's open to the public. So we want everybody to register soon. And again, do so. It's on our website now. We have all the events on one registration. So you can pick and choose and just submit it, no charge. And we'll look forward to welcoming as many people as we can get in there.
Well, the big 50th anniversary year for the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library continues. You are not slowing down one whit. So we've hit you with a lot of information, but like Cecilia says, all of this is available on the museum website.
Exactly. And if you were lucky enough to pick up a program at the presidential inauguration of the clock tower, we did have a brochure, and on the back side of the brochure is a complete listing of the events. And now just go on our website. It's fresh and working well to register for all of the events. And it'll be interesting because the concerts are fabulous. Rusalka's incredible. I know both of the lead singers. But to have the baking champion to come here is really exciting. And then to have Beata, who I've watched over the years as being the top designer, and then to have two Miss Czechs and we're trying to get Miss Iowa as well to be a model. So we'll have a real celebration.
Wow. Well, a lot of stuff going on. If you miss it, you'll be disappointed later on that you weren't a part of the big 50th celebration for the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library. Cecilia, mention the website address one more time where people can go to get all this information.
Sure. It's ncsml.org. That's our website. And as soon as you get up our website, it's the second thing that comes up.
All right. Well, good luck with all these. I know that you've planned them to within an inch of their lives, so everything will go smoothly, but it's still a lot of moving parts. So good luck as everything comes together.
Well, Dennis, thanks for all you do to encourage our community and our region to participate in all these great events that really, I think, center around not only the museum and library, but center around Cedar Rapids and all the great things that we have to offer to bring people here.
Yeah, well, the museum and library is a huge part of all that. Thanks again for being here.
Thanks, Dennis.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.